Hello, hello, hello. Just gonna hang out a couple of minutes, wait to see who comes in. See if we can find some good bouts to watch today. So I'll get on. Very nice. If you're just joining us, say hi in the chat so I know you're there. Oh, I think that's somehow worse. Maybe that's better. The real problem is the bright fucking overhead light behind me. If I don't have that, there's not enough light in here. So maybe we'll hang a sheet over it for next time. If you're just tuning in or you're watching this later or anything, I'd like to make an announcement. Hello, M. Henderson. I'd like to make an announcement. I have a Discord now. I'll pop it in the chat. Please join. Hanging out, talking about all things fencing. This is sabre. You can hit in the shiny silver part on the upper half of the body. The first person with the initiative gets the point if both lights go off until they lose their chance or they use it. I think most people know the results already, but let's pretend we don't, because I don't. And see how your fantasy team does. Delageron, definitely in the certainly conversation for best fencer of all time, considering his incredible Olympic performances. Man just turns on when it comes to the Olympics. Let's see what happened there. I already missed it. I don't know if the stream was off or what. Nope. Okay. So Lung attacked, missed. That means Salage has a chance, but he didn't take advantage of it. Lung got a counterattack. Lung's point, one light. Trying it again. Throws himself off the strip. All the way back at the edge, 1 foot off. He's definitely going to go forward. Zalaga's going to go forward. Zalag gives up right away, hoping to play some long defense. Gets the parry. But a good attempt by Lung to push him that far. Attack from Lung. Just a little bit more committed. Zalag is like, hey, but my foot went first. Oh, it's a little bit more holistic than that. Ref checks. Ref says nope. Tax left. Well, we got a lot of fencing to go, and Salagi's no slouch. Slaggy goes straight forward, hits him. Lung thinks he goes far enough back. Really not. Oh, that's harsh. Once you're in guard, you can't call for video again, I guess. It's alright. So what Lung thought happened on Zalagi's second touch was that Zalagi missed, but no, he finished all the way through. Zalagi gets a parry post for his third touch. Lung is starting a long attack, so small steps going forward. Zalagi goes step lunge. That means he's more committed. That means he gets the touch. Zalagi dodges. So that's a new call. Oh, okay, I see what happened there. Lung throws out point in line, waits just long enough for Zalagi to stop. He goes forward, Zalagi's taking a parry, but that means he's giving up right away. Lung finishes, Zalagi does not find the blade, touch Lung. High level action, very well executed. Yeah, touched off the 100%. Really good action. Zalagi tries, Zalagi misses. Zalagi's hoping for point in line, but kind of a lazy defense, just going back at Lung's pace. Swing and a miss from Lung. Zalagi's building an attack. This is where he's so dangerous, is these long attacks. Attack from Zalagi, just a little bit more committed to the lunge. Lung's still kind of holding as he goes forward. See what they say. Oh, good touch from Zalagi. I don't know what he thinks he's looking for there. Zalagi's finishing that perfectly. Let's see if I put camera here. Yep, Zalagi goes straight. No shot that was ever going to be anything else. How's that? Maybe that's better. That one's a little bit, Lung is a little bit faster on that one. These are tight calls. Maybe that's better, maybe it's not. I gotta figure out something to do with this overhead light. Good patient fencing from Lung, goes all the way through. Oh! 8-8 for the break. Zalagi is not happy. This is not supposed to be this close. Apologize. Another. Zalagi's just that little bit faster at recognizing the opportunity. What on earth? This camera's brand new and it's already breaking. Maybe it's, time to invest in another new one. Chris Lake, hello Chris, says this was a really good bout up to the last 6 touches or so. And then I assume Zalagi figured him out and just mollywopped him. Yep, both stops, Zalagi starts first. Gonna be the theme of the bout probably, is Zalagi just being a little bit faster off the draw. Oh, good finish from Lung. Is he calling him off the back? Oh boy. Old man Zalagi leaning on his cane. Just waiting for the call. Let's see what happened there. Miss. Zalagi goes down. Does he go? I don't know. Not sure what happened there. But another unusual on guard off the center. Another good long attack from Zilagi. Take a second to breathe, go back to the back line. This time Lung managed to be the first one to go. $11-10, this is getting tight. Oh, good parry from Zilagi. He knows Lung's going forward because he did it last time. This time he's ready for it with the preem. That's a tight call. That's a very tight call. One more time, see if I can catch it. You know, maybe he's calling it that Zilagi's hand is higher, but I think that's a fame call. Let's go into Zilagi because he's Zilagi. This would be a hell of an upset. Oh, good touch from Zilagi. I don't know how he got that one late, but good job. I don't know that Lung can be more committed than that. Maybe he's late with the hand. These are tight, tight calls. Zilagi goes forward, Zilagi finishes 15-11. Good fencing from Lung. Nothing to be ashamed of there. What do we got next? Nukio on the left, Ferjani on the right. Good attack and prep from Nukio. Ferjani is holding back, trying to run him down the strip. Ferjani goes a little early, I think. That's a yep, there's the card for it. Nukio building his attack. Trying to get a rise from Ferjani going backwards. But if Ferjani doesn't bite, leaves him in good distance to parry Nukio. One more look at it. Bit of a weird call because Nukio is holding as he goes forward. But he definitely starts going forward. They both go, they both stop. Nukio goes forward first for sure. It's allowed in the sabre hall. Okay, so Ferjani goes, makes a big long attack and then tries to do a remise and try to get 2 for 1. Ferjani thinks he's Korean, Nukio's having none of it. Ferjani first off the line, but knows he doesn't have a good situation, just aborts his attack pretty much. Nukio does the same thing, but now he's got all the assistants to play with. Gets a very nice sky hook. Just sort of runs backwards, leaves his blade out there just long enough for Frajani to run into it. 5-1 Nuccio. This would be a bit of an upset, I think. I don't recognize Nuccio's name. Frajani's been around for a while. Attack no Frajani, but really just a straight up miss. This is an early big lead. Attack no. Nuccio tries for a cheeky little remise. Doesn't get it. Now is he hurt? Oof. Looks like a cramp. Like a thigh cramp. Alright, back on the line. Swing and a miss. Frajani is trying to take advantage of his limited mobility and gets a quick lunge in there. Oh, another one. This Frajani's keep doing this where he lunges in and whiffs short. And Nuccio's really starting to take advantage of it. Tries it again there, just barely manages to dodge the counter. Oh, that one's tight, but I don't think Frajani really stopped so much as he was in place, but he never really went backwards. I don't think Nuccio got that one off in time. It's getting easier, but the timing for attacks and prep is still pretty tight. And survey says... Oh, he did get it in time. All right. Frajani needs to finish his attacks. He's falling short at almost every action. Nuccio needs to, keep on keeping on. He's up by 5, but maybe a little bit more recognition of when he's too far back to get the immediate riposte or counterattack, and when he needs to start building an attack of his own. But he's doing great at making Frajani miss, which is so hard. Nuccio's. Yeah. Just both start, both stop. Nuccio goes first. Swing by Frajani. Here's Nuccio not building an attack, instead going for the quick counter. Misses himself, but now he's got the whole ship to work with to play defense on. Which is so important in Sabre. Because you have to be defense in depth in Sabre. You have to build your defense across the whole strip. So the more ground you have to work with, the easier it is by a wide margin. But good finish by Frajani. Parry. Yeah. Try for a quick plunge. Nuccio just far enough away to be able to react in time, catch parry or post. Oh, ducking 5. What's the argument here? Oh, yep. Off the back of the strip. Off the back of the strip. Unfortunate. Good action otherwise. Nuccio feels himself falling short the past couple of times, is having none of it, gets an even longer, deeper, more explosive lunge and lands the touch this time. And again, I think that was attack no Nuccio, but then he's so fast on the second step that Frajani doesn't have time to react. Parry Nuccio. Attack Nuccio. 15-4. That was a slaughter I was not expecting. But well done, Nuccio. Ellie Dershowitz. Let's see. Apologize for the clicking of the keyboard, but so I can skip through. Good patient finish from Dershowitz. Just letting Nguyen work himself into a corner when all he can do is counterattack and then a finish. Long finish from Dershowitz. Good attack. Ellie Dershowitz, the only fencer ever to have the FIE officially state he has good footwork. That's just how good he is. Swing from Dershowitz. Nuccio building an attack. But Dershowitz is so comfortable going backwards. He's so close to win that just the threat of the counterattack is so high that that's what it's hard for Win to deal with. How's that? Maybe that's better. Attack Dershowitz. There we go. Now I'm centered. Oh, amazing by Dershowitz. Pulling out a single light there. Very well done. And now we're 6-0. Good by Dershowitz. Win is just completely overwhelmed here. But honestly, for him, probably making the 64 is good enough. See if he can get a couple of touches just for self-respect. There's one. But kind of an end touch. That could have been a much better lunge, much deeper lunge. But he is the first Vietnamese fencer I think I've seen on strip. So, good for him. For setting a new future for his country. Swing and a miss. Trying for a reprise into Dershowitz's slow prep, but Dershowitz sees it coming. Kind of a sloppy. You see, I can feel Win is just trying anything he can to get touches. But I don't think he has any confidence in himself. That he can actually land attacks even though he's got one. And so it just makes it very easy for Dershowitz. Fencing in general is very heavily psychological, and sabre's even more so. Good touch by Win, but it's a defensive touch. And in sabre especially, you need to get your offense going. And that's just not the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Just take over and run him down. Good, solid sabre from Win. Attack, Win. Win searches and he's going forward. Dorsch searches, but he's going backwards. And if two people search, it's the offensive player. Good parry from Win. Starting to get up out here. If only he could have done this to start with. Attack Dershowitz, just faster off the line, more committed. Parry, Win. Kind of a cheeky move there, but good on him for getting it. Dershowitz stops, trying to get a parry. When finds it, suddenly it was 12-1, now it's 13-8, 11-1, whatever it was. So what we say about sabre being psychological is there's a lot of technique that goes into épée and foil, and not to say that there isn't in sabre, but you can have all the technique in the world, and if your opponent knows what you're going to do, it matters so much more. It's hard. It's hard in its own way. Plus, épée and foil are slower, which gives you more time to reset and settle in. If you get knocked on your heels in sabre, you could lose 9-10 touches. Oh, I don't know about that one. That's a stop from win, I think. I think that one's definitely Dershwitz's. If you're in the chat right now, welcome. Please join us in the Discord. Pinned message above. Okay, I guess it was wins though. That one's wins again. Oh, got a parry in. Well. Let's watch that one more time, then go on to the next one. Maybe, possibly. Too tight to say. But 15-10 against Dershwitz, especially being down 11-1, is nothing to sneeze at, and signs of a bright future for that young man. Sung Hyun-mo versus Charles Kuleo. If the FIE ever invites me to commentate live, I will get pronunciation guides from all of the fencers. Until then, you just get what we got. Another in the generation of Korean saber fencers, French saber fencers, two at this point storied programs. Oops. Oh, but he's so fast. Far jump back. I think it must throw off Kaleo's distance. Another jump back from Kaleo. Oh, good counter from Sung. I think they're just two young guys who are a little bit raw and are hoping to win on athleticism than precision. But that was better from Kaleo. Didn't go as far back to dodge. Got him the quick counter. See, it's a late dodge. He's going back after Sung. Not sure what the ref is saying. That he went off, but she didn't say halt, so therefore it doesn't count? Oh, that's a harsh call. That is a harsh, harsh call. It's clashing bells. Clashing bells going the other way. And both fencers out of frame. Tack left. Tack right. That's why I'm commenting, not reffing. Attack no. Quick little poke back from Sung. Got a long bout to go. Oh! Kaleo's trying the Korean hop and Sung knows exactly how to deal with it. Early go from Kaleo. This referee was a disaster all day. Same ref as Nuccio Frajani. And same one who massively screwed up with Bazazi and Kim Jun-ho. Well, I didn't have really any complaints against the Nuccio Frajani bout. That was pretty clearly all Nuccio. A couple of questionable calls here for sure. But we'll get to Bazazi Kim Jun-ho maybe eventually. Hello, Battle Napoleon, playing a little Kerbal Space program. Thank you for joining us. I'm seeing that attack right. Unfocused, just view the box between the fences when you're looking to ref. I see what she's seeing. I don't know that I agree with the call. Out. Early go. That should be a card. Early go. That's the card. But there we go. There's a touch. Attack barrier post touche, very nice. Good finish. Sung's jumping too far back on everyone, so Kaleo pushes and stops. Pushes and stops. Sung gets trapped off balance on his back line and has nothing to do. Yeah, Sung's just overcommitting on every action just a little bit. And Kaleo's starting to take advantage of it. But I know. Still 10-8 Sung. And he's got a lot of time to adjust. Although, he's not overcommitting now, which is a good change. But he's got to start getting some attacks of his own in if he wants to make things happen. Attack, no, from the left, attack right, touche. I don't know about that one. Let's see it again. Both stop, both go. Maybe she's in Kaleo's search. That little up motion as a search. And that's what she's calling it, attack, counterattack. Miss from Kaleo. Close out. Cheeky little close out. Not even bothering to turn, just taking the parry. Oh, Sung finally finishes one of those. Now Kaleo's going to start jumping far back again, I bet. Nope, he's going to finish one of his own. Let's see. Let's check out these two guys. See how old they are. Sung misses. Sung searches. Kaleo holds and then hits him. What happened? I was looking at the athletes. Okay, Kaleo. So Sung is 23, but Kaleo is 27. So he must have been around a while and just never made it that high. 82nd, 75th. Yeah, he's been holding around the First in juniors in 2015. But just holding around the hundreds for a while. Attack Kaleo, attack Noah, counter attack. Oh, single light. How did he pull that one off? Good start for... Well, we're into the 32s now. If there's any bouts in the 64 that are on other pieces that you want to see, put them in the chat. We'll go watch them. Once again, I'm going to take this opportunity to invite you all to the Discord. Check out the pinned message. And here we got Giovanni Rapetti with the world's most Italian name versus Zilaghi Aron. Nope, we're into the women. Despina Georgiadou, one of the two Greek fencers, just absolutely ripping the women's circuit apart. Her and Giacontora. Lola Posek, who I have never heard of before. Young 17-year-old fencer from the States, already 87th in the world, although that might count this tournament. Yep. But another in the, just a parade of U.S. women's sabers who just absolutely dominate from the very beginnings of the sport, competed internationally. Good attack from Posek. Oh, that's some tight fencing there. 3 or 4 good whiffs. Posek asking for video. I definitely heard blade contact there, so if she's calling line, that does not seem to be the right call. Attack arrives. Lola. Lola. Attack left. Attack right. Okay, but what's the call? Lola attack. Oh! Lola's been doing that a few times. Jump into the middle, stop, and then go. Giorgio tries to take advantage of it. Posek is ready. And gets the parry. This referee seemed very weird. Yeah, I don't want to talk bad about the ref, but A lot of tight calls that don't seem quite in contention in normal convention. Good finish from Georgiou. Not that it's like a really great advice, but if the ref is ever calling things against you, one light's the way to go because you can't mess up a one light call normally. My old school brain says simultaneous on that, but that's definitely not going to be the call anymore. You get, one simultaneous call every 2 bouts nowadays. Touch left, that's reasonable. The third or fourth time Postuk's missed that. She's getting what she wants. She's doing the hard part. She's getting Georgiou to overcommit and getting the parent in that attack, but she can't get the counterattack going. There she goes. That went to Postuk, right? That was a parry or post. Yeah. I don't know why that was such a long call. That's Georgiou's. Waiting a little bit longer for Postuk's stop. So Postuk is now going forward again, even though Georgiou has already started. Tight timing. That's Georgiou's again. This time as a beat. She's found the timing for that from Postuk. You've been hearing that a lot recently. Play for one light. How exactly does one shift their mentality to play for one light? Simpler actions. Don't go for attack and prep. Don't try to, beat your opponent off the line. Go for simpler, obvious actions. Strong parries, longer finishes on your own attacks. Just don't do things that will lead to tight calls, basically. Simple, clean fencing. The honest truth is it's not great advice, because if you're going for one light all the time, you're handcuffing yourself. That's a lot of touches you're not letting yourself get because it would be 2 lights. Sometimes that's what you need. But it's always better if you can to adjust to the ref. On the other hand, I fence epee in large part because bad sabre refs piss me off. But to each their own. Good from Postuk, going to build an attack and send the immediate counterattack that's getting her hit. And she finishes it. Good adjustment. Such an interesting move in the box is that step stop that Postuk is doing. Let's see if she does it again here. Yep, there it is. So it's so interesting because she's got to be getting an attack no call like that a lot. Good adjustment off of it. Georgiou is expecting it. Postuk goes straight, doesn't stop. Yep, but now she's back to it. Georgiou, smart, is like, one random touch, fair enough. She's still going to take advantage of it until Posick really stops doing it. Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That's off, I think. Posick never stops. Let's check it one more time. Yeah. Posick never stops and never makes an attack. And ref fixes it on replay. This could be a lot worse if we didn't have replay. Parry to post. Attack no. Attack arrives. Okay. I can just see the ref's hands like flashing in the edges, so I can't see what she's doing. Oh! Posick is even a harder stop. Georgiou gets tricked into it. Good finish. I don't know that I've ever seen some defense like this before, but she's making it work really well. Posick is building an attack and Georgiou is going straight. I think that's Posick. That's Georgiou's. Okay, that's safe because Georgiou's taking a bunch of steps. Georgiou's. Good hold from Posick. It's that same thing before where she's stepping and stopping. Georgiou is doing the same thing where she goes and she tries for the parry and Posick holds to avoid the parry. This time Georgiou gets it through. Or she whiffs. I guess she saw the slide and thought Posick. Well, rip your fantasy team. Rip my fantasy team. Good fencing from Posick. Anna Martin versus Marielle Vialli. Anna Martin, of course, one of the best in the world. Marielle Vialli. Attack left, a little bit more command. Marielle Vialli, 18 years old, another new name on the circuit. Welcome, welcome. This is trial by fire. Okay, I thought that was Vialli's. I thought Martin was holding. Attack again, same action. Swing and a miss. Good flange from Vialli. Whipping in. Both fencers go in the middle there, and Vialli just loses her nerve first. Attack parry, counter parry, or post arrives. Hungarian mask is so cool. All of the masks that have V's and dips like that are just really cool. Good attempt by Mariella. Viali. Excellent attack by Marton, using speed changes consistently throughout to keep Vigali off distance until she's just totally trapped and finishes. Lucky little hit by Marton there. Nobody expected it, not even her. Marton really taking control of this bout, both score-wise and no, that was 100% parry by Viali. You can hear the sideline yelling, no, 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 but it's too late. Call for video, call for video. It's not going to matter. Marielli first off the line going for a strong attack. Because she knows she got nothing doing going backwards. So she's trying her best to take that out of the game. So that's a thing to look forward going forwards. But, you know, hard to maintain that level of intensity, especially against Ana Marton. Marton Ana. Viali's trying to fence us like an epic bout. She's got to keep with the intention and go forward. Yeah. I can see where he's coming from, but Viali's coming in with her hand back a little bit. That's a tight call. Viali's trying to go forward, but not making an attack. Good. Did he give that as line? Yeah. Good parry. Good attack. So important to be going forward for Viali, but it's so hard for her. It's the best you can do is try to draw the early attack. Yeah, that's attack no. Marton's got the time there to go backwards. Viali needed to wait a little bit longer to start that counterattack, or, you know. That was totally wrong. Viali should not have waited longer. Viali just didn't have the opportunity there. Marton needed to have gone farther back and waited longer for that to work for Viali. I totally missed Marton getting a card. I forget what you got it for. I think it was line. Battered Napoleon says perhaps it was reprise right for the line. No, I think it was line. I think I missed it my first watch through, but going back, she has it out immediately, and Viali was absolutely waiting for it. Was absolutely waiting. Kind of an unusual use of it, just in the middle like that. But well done. All right, Olga Karlin, one of the all-time greats. Cyril Ryu, probably another new. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss. Ryu bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Karlin more grounded and building a classic attack. It's the same thing Martono's doing, if you can see it. It's a fast, fast, slow, fast, slow. Yep. Cyril Ryu, 19 years old, already 16th in the world. Good for her. Good counterattack there. Attack no Serial, attack Carlin. Good on her, good on Rue for admitting there. Good finish by Carlin. Rue is giving up too much distance there. She's just running backwards now and makes Carlin's job very easy because she just needs to keep up with her. Touch left, 4-3. I think the ref went too soon there. I don't think Ryu was ready yet. I don't think she went early. Attack Ryu. She's quick. She's fast. Counter-attack Carlin. Rue is doing a lot of sound and fury, but not a whole lot of actual significance. And Carlin sees through that and is just waiting for her. That's what experience gets you. Oh! I think Carlin had the step there by a little bit, but Ryu finds the blade and gets a single light out of it. Oh, well done by Ryu finding the timing and Carlin's slow fast. See what Carlin can pull out here. Attack Ryu. Attack Carlin. Maybe she's 2 steps from Ryu. Yeah, he just sees Ryu going forward too much and not really committing. Yeah. That's a fast adjustment from Carlin. She knows how she got hit last time by Ryu, 6th touch, 5th, 7th touch, whatever it was. So she's staying a little bit further back where she can still threaten, but won't get hit by the counter as easily. This is a great bout. Future of women's saber is looking good. Oh, good touch by Carlin. Just barely goes far enough to get Ryu. Ryu's trying for the deep attack, not the deep attack. Whatever. Ryu's just confused by that. Looking at that counterattack in prep lockout attack by Ryu makes you stun, considering that's your worst weakness and you're not sure why. That's a hard touch. That's a good counterattack by Carlin. The first thing to look at when you're going for a lockout touch like that is what's the pattern your opponent is following as they build their attack, and how can you set up your own footwork to find the timing of that without letting them know that that's what you're trying to do and messing up with the pattern. Carlin's doing a really good job of, I think that one she went backwards with her feet and left her blade there to throw Ryu's sense of distance off. And missed, and now Carlin's just playing with her food. Ryu is doing everything Carlin wants, where Carlin wants it. Attack by Ryu, not quite far enough back for Carlin. Oh no. Carlin takes a bad step and alright. Attack parry post by Carlin again. He just really got the distance in those down. That's a weird call. I would have just given that attack straight by Ryu. Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah. It's one thing to be able to keep up with a talent like Olga Carlin. But at this level, everybody's really, really good. And so the key here at this level of really any sport is how long can you stay that good? You can follow them for an attack, and that's great. And that's one thing, if you can keep up with them for a point, for a touch. And then can you keep up with them for a whole bout through all the adjustments? And that's a skill all on its own, and that's what the best fencers can do, the best athletes can do, is stay at that level for longer. Now apparently we have a Korean team kill, unless they're going back into men's. Parried by Hayong, but doesn't get the riposte off. Hello, T-Powered Robot. Thank you for joining us on this fine Saturday. Weapon control into the 32s. I don't remember that. Those two. Great touch by Yun Hee, who I think is the better fencer. That was cheeky. Hit the attack and still got the parry off. Oh, good stop. Just right at the end of the line. Oh, yep. Jean knows that she was going to cross, so she had to like wobble her way out. Oh no, a disappointing latte. That's the worst. What's disappointing about it? I don't blame her. It's loud in my ears and I have this at half volume. Yep. Who is she looking at? You're not supposed to be coaching teammates. Oh no, I'm gonna miss. I better get out of the way. Does it just in time. Attack right, yeah. Hayoung is holding her hand back too much for that to be her attack. Eunhee is waiting, but finishes strong. Hayoung seems a little bit confused, honestly. Yellow card for going early to Eunhee. The coffee part is not your favorite tasting coffee, though maybe it's just not playing with your toothpaste well. I mean, maybe? Do you have orange flavored coffee? Is that what it is? I've never tasted coffee with toothpaste in it. It's the advantage of holding back is you can catch that late parry. Take this opportunity to remind everyone that I have a Ko-Fi if you want to buy me better tasting coffee. Always appreciated. Ko-Fi.com/fencing database. With a dash between the Ko and the Fi, Ko-Fi. As Eunhee takes a 1-point lead into the break. Tag left. It's a little bit more committed there. Oh, good dodge by Eunhee. Oh, good lunge by Eunhee. Hayoung sees the same action happening, holds it a little shorter, gets a little bit farther back, but still not enough. Parade post. Eunhee is going to that outside flank line a lot. I think Hayoung is picking up on it. Farther back for Eunhee, trying to get a safer dodge and then build her own attack. Yeah, beat a plunge from Eunhee. You walk to the coffee shop, don't know what coffee they used. Hopefully the caffeinated kind. Is this like a Starbucks or an independent coffee store? Tight call again, could have gone either way. That's a good action from Eunhee. That lunge is deceptive. Comes out so quick it doesn't look explosive, but she's covering a lot of distance fast. And the finish. That's unfortunate. Independent coffee place without good coffee. I live too far out in the suburbs to have good coffee or independent coffee shops. So when I move, it's gonna be one of the things I get. Look out for. Here we go. Zilagi versus Repeti, which we are gonna have before. Already been streaming for an hour. Holy cow. Oh! Attack no. Freezes no. Remise is parried. Counter Remise arrives to Selegi. So casual about it. Such a cool guy. Oh, good counter from Repetti. A little bit too cool from Zelagi. You walked a mile for a disappointing latte. That's awful. I'm so sorry. Attack Repetti. Oh, ho, ho. Salag is too good. Modern fencers get a lot wilder. Zalag is old school and collected, and that gives him touches like that. Good touch from Repetti though. Straight through from Zilagi. He's fast and he's fast, but I'm getting a lot of all over the place vibes from Repetti. Good finish from Zilagi. You do like their chai lattes. A dirty chai latte is my new favorite drink to order in a coffee shop. Half of them know what it is, half of them are totally confused. Another good attack from Zilagi. Just good, clean fencing from Zilagi. Nothing fancy, just goes and gets his touches. Rinse and repeat. Let's watch that one again. Another tight call. Could have gone either way. I don't know. Looking at it on camera always messes things up anyway. Slaggy just getting his touch again. Apologize for the yawning. Been a long day already. It's not even that late here. All right. My favorite chai latte story is that I was in a Dunkin' Donuts in a Boston train station and I ordered a dirty chai latte. And all three of the workers, the one who took the order was like, a dirty chai latte? What's that? I've never heard of that before. And then the girl next to her was like, oh sure, dirty chai latte, that's my favorite drink. I have those all the time. And then the third one was like, I thought all chai lattes were supposed to have coffee in them, and that's just how I made them, because it had said latte on it. And I didn't know until somebody complained that their chai latte had coffee in it. I'll pause our story up and tell it again later. Ha! Salagi knows. Salagi fast. That was a really high level touch. No, it's me with the long messy hair. Not Zilagi. Attack Zilagi. Yep. Repeti's just holding a little too long there. Yeah, Repeti's doing a lot of stuff that just isn't relevant to the fencing really. And Zilagi's just absolutely ignoring it in favor of smoother, deeper lunges and cleaner actions. Like that. Repeti's just a big jumping and going, and Zilagi's boop boop. Yeah. Zilagi's almost too casual about it. Taking another. Let's see if Repeti can pull something out. Oh, hello. Counter parry. The classic sabre fart. Panic 5. Instinct 5. That was a fun little, I think that was actually a hold from Solagi waiting for Repeti the parry, and then he finished. Michio versus El Sisi. Ziad El Sisi famously accused a friend of mine of cheating because he got a lucky touch on him. He's calmed down since then and is apparently a stand-up guy. Good touch by Nichio. It's a very clean, patient touch, and not as much of the wild rush-ons you see from kids nowadays. I thought Ziad found the blade. I'm not sure what happened there. Yep, that's Ziad going first. That's not Ziad going first, that's Nuccio. Okay, I have to refocus because I've clearly lost my saber brain. It's Nuccio going first. It's a good flush from him. Ziad's trying to go low, but low lines will usually lose to high line. Ziad building an attack. Nuccio thinks he's going to go straight and bets the far minute and bets wrong. A little bit closer there, but Ziad still pulls it off. Although maybe Nuccio will get the next one. Oh, a simultaneous. There you go. Don't see that very often anymore. Yeah, I can see that. Derailed by Coffee Talk is right. I actually had another cup of cold brew before I started the stream because I really needed it, but it didn't seem to have done much. Nuccio building a slow attack, gets it through. Gets stabbed in the balls by El Sisi? question mark in the thigh maybe. Unfortunate. Oh, that was so good. That was a great touch by Nuccio. Nice parry. Sissy admitting it and then taking back it and getting the touch. Sissy starting a hop. See, it went to El Sissy, but that was really well fenced by Nuccio because he never gave up an inch of distance he didn't have to. And just made Ziad work for every moment. Good parry. Win or lose, Nuccio is absolutely making a name for himself right now. Another good parry. And we go to the breakup, 8-7 for Nuccio. He is not backing down at all. What's interesting for me is that El Sissy has a very hunched over style that seems like it's limiting his range a little bit on his lunge. But we'll see. Another really good parry by Nuccio. He's got his distance down pat. He knows exactly where he is. If you watch him on this attack, a lot less of the crazy jumping stuff you saw from Gepetti before. A lot smoother and more relaxed from Nuccio. Ziad burns the replay here. See? Forward, push distance pull. I don't know why, but the hop is making you remember that you're supposed to do 80 two-step lunges as punishment, and I haven't because you still feel sick. Well, I hope you feel better and you do your punishment, because it's good for you. Oh, I thought he found the blade there. Does El Sissy usually fence a bit hunched? I haven't watched him enough to say. But Chris Lake says if it's weird, El Sissy probably does it. So maybe? You can check out all of his touches on fencingdatabase.com and then go and report back. I think that one's El Sissy's. Yeah. Nuccio is a little bit overcommitted on his first go stop, and El Sissy then goes. Same deal. Oh, that one goes to him. Video. Let's check it ourselves. One more time. Good comeback from El Sissy. It was like 10-6 or something. That's a very tight call. I see where El Sissy is coming from. Nuccio does a little bit forward with his hand that could easily be attacked. And then he goes for the full one, and El Sissy is waiting. But it's not very committed, so I can see why. That one's Nuccio's all the way. Good pair again. I don't see 249.32 on P screen is Mitchell Serrano versus Sebastian Patrice, which was a great bout. We will watch that next then. I thought that last touch was Nuccio's. That was a parry, hold, and then riposte. Oh! Got the parry, couldn't get the riposte done. Tagnuccio giving up on the parries, just going straight. Finding the timing on El Sissi. Honestly, I don't think the hunch is that weird as far as fencing goes. It's just a little bit unusual for sabres. Parada post. El Sissi gets it through. I thought it was parada post. I thought that was a parry. That's a tight call. Nuccio. He is killing it out there. Phenomenally well fenced bout. How old is he? Ricardo Nuccio is 31. I don't know how I haven't seen him before. That was awful. I don't know what button I just hit, but I didn't want it. On viewer suggestions, the new meta with calling hand over feet for reprizes, and obviously the semis and the finals, those were great. We will definitely be watching the semis and the finals. I'm not sure what you mean by the new meta. All right. Now we go to Saron versus Patrice. No, live. Piece green. Godka. It's 246, 249. Patrice finds a blade on the way in. Saron is going great. He's going straight. But it's not going great for him because he lost the touch. That's gotta be Simon, right? That was just both go straight, fast, hard. Simon, thank you. Yeah. Saron does a straight lunge. Patrice is going forward, going boom, boom, boom. Goes to Saron even though the fire comes from Patrice. Oh, Saron went early. Basically, refs seem to call reprise by prioritizing the hand over the foot. So if both repeat, left puts out hand while right advances with the feet and attacks, L gets the point. I don't think it's that simple. I think it is and has always been more about when. That's got to be another simultaneous. Touch right. Okay. It's all about how long the formerly defending fencer takes to start their attack, and it's all about, I mean, it's basically that. They have a certain amount of time to start their attack depending on the situation. Yep, Patrice again going just a little bit faster than Saron. It's not about hand over foot, it's about what both fencers are doing. If the formerly defending fencer is building an attack and is starting their attack, but they're doing it because they're building an attack, so their hands back and oh, hello, counter parry, well done by Saron. That was so pretty. I blinked. So Patrice misses. Cerrone builds his attack. Hop, hop, hop. Then he stops hopping so much and just little tiny tiptoe steps forward. Anyway, if the defending fencer starts building their attack and the hand is back, but they take a step forward, and that's when the reprising fencer starts their attack, and then the defending fencer finishes with their hand, it could go either way. It's all about what they're both doing. It's not about hand, foot, or foot first. Hand first or foot first. As Cerrone gets a really nice counterattack to the wrist. I don't think he got that, so I think Patrice is right to ask for a video. The next bout here is Dershowitz versus Heathcock, which was pretty good. Yeah, we're going to go back and watch that next. I have it saved on another tab. Yeah, touch right for Patrice. Small controversies in sabre about going off the strip. Doesn't matter there. Oh, Cerrone trying to get fancy with a parry. Opposed, Patrice goes straight, gets him on the arm. Oh! Yeah, touch right, but I'm shocked that didn't go off for Cerrone. That was a really well done action. Another one that Cerrone gets everything, gets all the hard parts right. I don't know about that one either. Cerrone's got to hit target. That's all there is to it. Minor controversy in sabre where if you go off the strip on defense, your opponent loses right away, so it's kind of a big deal. Patrice bouncing. Once again, Cerrone gets the hard part, gets the parry, and can't hit the counter. Maybe he needs to start building his own instead of... Nice score here. Another one. Another one Cerrone got an incredible parry on. And Patrice pulls it out anyway. That was incredible. That was insane. Finally gets one through. But even that one, Patrice was close to parrying. Let's go watch that one ourselves. Focus at the middle, in between the two fencers. Yeah, Patrice is going first. Patrice is going first, that should be his. So that's the second one we've had. That's actually a bit of a different situation. Because Patrice is only helping himself. Touch Mitchell, but she's off the ship either way. So 8-11, but could easily be 8-11 the other way, or even 12-7. Mitchell could hit his targets. And there's another one. Mitchell Saron, 22. Sebastian Paris, 23. Face hit. Tight, maybe. It's acting like it is for sure. Good one from Mitchell, finally hitting target. Going straight, going simple. You gotta have that be your bread and butter in sabre. Patrice. Had to check up on the match again. That reminded me of that call, 6-6 for Obazadze. If it's not on the blue piece and it's not in the semis, we're probably not going to watch it. Unless you link me to it. Touch Saron, and now it's 12-11. Got ourselves a bout. Saron finally hitting his targets. Suddenly we're getting a lot closer. Is his shoe taped together? My guy, my brother, my pal, buy another pair of shoes. That's Saron's, I think, yeah. Patrice is coming low, high, Saron's still going straight with his arm. And now they're splitting. Little things like that can make all the difference nowadays. I say nowadays. 5 years ago, it wouldn't have mattered. That's a long time, but like I'm getting old, so it's nowadays. Yeah. That's Saron's. Patrice is holding and holding and holding, and Saron is going. And it's not until he starts his final action that Patrice goes. See if we can get it, and I'll see if I can actually. This one's worth slowing down, I think. If I can get it to work. The back foot of each fencer is taped where you lunge. Yeah, but those shoes are built, those are the ballisters. They're built to have rollover space. You also need tape. Buy new shoes. Alright. So here, Patrice is lunging, and Saron is already in his final action. It's here Patrice is holding, and it's only after that he goes. That was less clear than I hoped, but maybe you can see it for yourself. Oh, did he reverse it? So I thought Mitchell took too many steps. But I still think it was Mitchell's. I think Patrice held too long. It's not a rule. Like, there's nothing wrong with having tape on your shoe from the rules. I just feel like you should have shoes that don't need to be taped up if you're a high-level fencer. I don't know. I don't fence saber. Attack and prep for Patrice. Cerrone never actually attacks and just preps really hard. Yeah, but Patrice is holding for so long. He's just waiting for ages. I don't know. I feel like obviously it was a tight call because the ref got it wrong, but I feel like it still should have gone that way. I think that's Cerrone's parry. I see him going for the blade action, for the blade, and finding it. Attack touche Patrice. Alright. That was a fun bout. Thank you for recommending it. Now we have Dershowitz Heathcock. The Heathcocks shocked the world this year by switching from Germany to the States. And now everybody's kind of curious who their coach is, where they're fencing, why they did it. USA Sabre is no joke. So obviously they're very good and they deserve a spot on the team. But Ellie Dershowitz, Daryl Homer, although this might be his last cycle. Ellie Dershowitz doing things like that. Attack Dershowitz. I feel like almost Dershowitz's specialty is avoiding forward parries. As I've been saying a lot, if you're just joining the chat or if you're watching this on YouTube later, please come join the Discord. And then you too can make attacks like that. Those are too tight for me to separate. I just trust the ref. That one's Heathcock's. Yeah. Ellie Dershowitz is going long. Heathcock goes straight. Pretty simple. Good attempt by Heathcock. Dershowitz finds the perfect distance. Easy counterattack for him because he did the hard part already. Big jump by Dershowitz. Heathcock thinks he sees an opportunity, but it's all bait. Dershowitz stops, takes a parry. 7-2. That time Dershowitz is trying to move around the circle where before he faked the touch, now he's faked the attack, now he's going on the real attack. Heathcock sees it forward and takes parry. Yeah, Heathcock just starts his flunge before Dershowitz starts his flesh. Lunge. Heathcock starts his flunge before Dershowitz starts his lunge. I almost said it wrong again. Touch Dershowitz. 1 minute break. Can you not put spoilers? I had no idea who wins this. He's forward, he's back. It's not really a full extension though. Yeah, touch Heathcock. Touch Heathcock again. Caught Dershowitz flat footed and couldn't quite get out of the way in time. I shouldn't have skipped. Interesting that he calls that attack no and not parry or post, but maybe didn't catch the blade. Same deal. Good touch by Heathcock. You thought this was international circuit rules. Attack Heathcock, 9-9, all tied up. I do not actually know what my spoiler policy here is going to be. I think probably don't spoil the bout we're watching right now. Attack Heathcock. Dershowitz needs to reestablish control of the bout. He needs to start landing his own attacks. This is all Heathcock's way. I don't know. There we go. I still think that was Eli's. Did he forget to give Eli the point? No, he didn't. Okay. Oh, there's a forward pair that Heathcock got that Dershowitz couldn't get around, so I guess he's not perfect at it. Attack no. Oh, attack parry. I don't know. Attack from Dershowitz ends somehow. Heathcock counterattack, riposte, something lands. I thought Dershowitz got that one. That's so tight though. Thought it landed with the foot instead of after the foot. I'm going like this, like you guys can see my foot. The Dershowitz bounce, a little bit different from the Korean bounce. Good parry from Heathcock. Dershowitz couldn't get close. Heathcock doing the worm. Eli's gotta calm down now. I don't know. Alright, let's move on. Luca Corritoli. Heathcock is something. Heathcock is a kid who just beat his idol, probably, to be honest. So, good on him for that. You think Heathcock and Dershowitz look short? I thought they were about the same height. That's Seung's. Yeah. Corritoli just laid off the line. Yeah. If you won against your seniors, you'd be that yeeted too? Probably. Swing and a miss from Corritoli. Seung builds an attack. Seung finds the attack. Yeah, I've seen Heathcock's FIE picture. It's adorable. It's so cute. What a little kid. Corritoli finishes. Took Seung. 4-1 against Corritoli is no slouch. I love this spot that's both lefties. Good finish from Corritoli, just running him down the strip. Cortoli definitely on the brawling side of things. Oh, but that's a snazzy little touch. Sung trying to go fast, and Cortoli's like, boop. Taksung, Cortoli does one and waits and goes. Tight action, good on him for admitting it. Very, very sportsmanlike. Sung is like just waiting and waiting and waiting until he goes, and Sung is still waiting and until he misses, and then he hits him. Good patience. Cortoli a little bit more aware that time, gets a pair of posts. He's very dangerous even on defense. Yellow card for going early. It's like the fourth or fifth one we've seen already today. Oh, interesting. I think Cortoli found the blade there. That's why there was only one light. Just a little whoop whoop. Good finish by Cortoli. A lot of sabers seem to almost be swiping vertically when they attack, instead of going forward with it. But I guess it's just what you need to do in saber. Oh, good on Cortoli. He's got a really good. He had a really good read on what Sung was trying to do there, on building a long, fast attack, and it's the second time he's taken advantage of it. Attack Sung. Cortoli not doing great in the middle, but excellent on both long defense and long offense. I think that Cortoli hit that. Watch it one more time, this eighth touch. I think he's saying leg landed, then swipe. Which I thought was not a call anymore. I thought they were moving away from that, but it looks like they're trying to go back onto it. Look, Cortoli going a little bit faster off that one. Sung going a little bit faster on that one. Just tight calls go either way. Sung was fencing really damn good this GP. I believe he was the one with a clean sheet in pools. That is impressive. Saber more than anywhere else is just a day you can get hot. Good finish by Cortoli, even though Sung's going backward. That's a hard one to hit, especially somebody as fast as Sung is. Attack Sung, this is tight. Cortoli's got to move soon because I think if it gets close, Sung's going to pull it out. Oh, good counterattack. It's a new move from Sung. No wonder he got Cortoli with it. Oh, Cortoli's so close. Cortoli's like, he went off the ship, and he's like, no, you went off the ship. Luca. Good attack from Luca. Italian assault. Nobody does drama like the Italians. This is a tight bout though, good bout. Yeah. Sung's holding. Are we gonna have another ref card right after McFoyle put out that video? Somebody should make a saber version. That's an attack from Curatoli, a little bit deeper. Hits with the foot, not after the foot. Good parry. This is the drama that's happening in Sabre right now. Although Sung went out on his touch, it's such a big disadvantage if you have right of way and your opponent goes out. I'm not sure who got the parry there. Oh, that's I was just saying simultaneous. Dang. Is this kid gonna make the 16? That'd be cool. Next generation of Korean Sabre is looking hot. Good parry. Sung probably should pick up another yellow card that he doesn't in his last few points for going off the strip like that. Maybe. And now the ref is straight up, I'm not going to call you going out anymore. Yeah, parry Kuratoli, that's parry. It is a little bit dirty of the Koreans because they also do the falling over after lunch for the halt. Which is also a bit dirty. So it's good that the ref is pushing back on that. Kuratoli doing the rocking horse.
But you're not ready because you didn't take on guard when I say on guard.
You're not ready because I said on guard and you attack Kuratoli. 14-14 boys, we got ourselves about boys and girls and others. Who are you rooting for? Make your picks right now. On guard! No. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Go to the line.
Oh, card for arguing. Battle Napoleon, you have to be a little bit more specific about which point you're talking about because I see the chat a few minutes after it happens.
Oh, guys. For lucky both of you here.
I think Kuratoli got it. No, that's not. I mean, you'll see it by the time it happens. Your mask is not in the right place. This ref is having none of it. Touch Kuratoli. Yeah, I see that. Good bout by Sung, though. Well, okay. Hard fought bout by Sung. A few too many touches that went that he is going off strip for. Could have been worse. When that goes up, maybe I'll post it on YouTube and get people talking about it. Posuk Muru. Sok should be very happy with that. Although, he's going to have issues if you keep going off the ship. There's that post cult by then and gets it through, and Maru is just confused, I guess. Probably Matilda Maru. Posek found the blade, I thought there. Matilda Maru, 19 years old. Still in juniors, 6th in the world in juniors. The 12-14 point to bring to 13-14. No, that was pretty much Kurtul's. Yeah. Lola's doing a long attack with lots of steps. Maru does straight lunge. They've been calling that way for years. Lola goes, Maru tries to counter, Lola parries, so it's technically a parry or post. Sorry. Straight attack by Posek. We're really definitely looking at the future of women's saber here. The Posek stop. That's her signature move already, is a boom boom stop. And then, you know, she drew the attack from Maru there. She drew attacks from Carlin, not Carlin. Maybe was she fencing Carlin? Whoever she was fencing before. No, not Carlin. Carlin walked all over her. So whoever she was fencing before. Georgia dude, that's what it was. A lot of good attacks from there. Good, strong finish from Posek. I feel like compared to 10, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we're seeing more active and aggressive and athletic women's saber fencing than we did. Good weight from Maru. Posek goes back, Posek goes forward, Maru just goes forward, Maru's touch. It's been a couple of hours already, maybe we'll skip to the semis after this. Nice to hear the US squad cheering her on. It's always great to have your teammates at your back. What's good on there that Lola's doing, I just noticed, she's keeping her feet active. She's taking steps in place, waiting for Maru to do something. It didn't work, but it's better than getting stuck. As Maru gets a good parry to go up by 4. And she's definitely in control now. Wow, I thought Lola stopped. I thought that was good timing from Maru. And a good, see, that's the great adjustment Lola can keep making is she stops and goes, or she does the stop and just goes, and it really throws her opponents off. But Maru just runs her over there. Look, Posick is just so lanky. She makes you want to fence her from so far away that it's a really good distance control. She's just so threatening at making everything from just farther away than you want to be. As we're 11-10 and that 4-point advantage is almost completely vanished. Attack Maru. Posick's holding her hand too far back for that to be hers. That's not an attack, that's a preparation all the way down. As we wait for the ref to make a call. As we wait for the ref to make a call. Still. This was not that difficult to call. This is the kind of height difference that you needed to watch pre-COVID when you're doing mostly sabre. Well, if there's ever a foil World Cup coming up, we'll watch that, and then you can get for there Coupe du Monde Plovdiv May 5th. That's next week, isn't it? Should probably get fantasy set up. Hair? Is she bleeding? Did she get a whip around? Oh no. I hope she's okay. No, we don't need to watch her get healed. I think what happened there was a whip around. Now that you pointed out, there is a definite strong height differential here that I didn't even notice because Maru is doing such a good job at dealing with it. At 14-11 now, Posick's probably just lost focus after that. That's not the kind of pain that goes away easily. Yes, Maru's again, 15, yeah. 15-11 Maru, but you know, Posick is definitely still in pain. They probably fence each other in juniors all the time. Alright, we're gonna skip to the semis now. Past 7, past 6, past 5, past 8, past blue, past red, past 5, commentary, Plovdiv. Podium? Did the podium stream already get taken down? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, no, there it is. Finals, not podium.
Is Matteo Neri, the 23 is back.
Yeah, semis and finals. Okay. Mute David King. O Senguk. Aron Zilagi, Matteo Neri, Sagi Aron, and Sandro Bezzazzi. Here we have O and Zilagi for probably the 100th time. And the lighting is awful in here. I really gotta get this fixed somehow. I'm not sure that helped. That goes through from O. Zilagi trying to pull distance. Same action he works so successfully against the less good fencers, but O's a breed apart from that. All right, we're gonna unmute David King because I need to be able to hear their FC.
O's taking it across the length of the piece.
But you guys are gonna get a very low audio from David King. Oh, clever from Zilagi. Is this the woman ref you're mentioning reffing in heels? That was a different one in a different tournament, although Barada Post. Oh, I don't know if it's the same ref. I don't recognize refs well, really. But it is absolutely a power move. Parada post by O. Well done. Of course, considering the raised final strip and how tall these guys are, she might just be doing it to get a better angle on the action. You know what? I know what's bothering me. Neither one of both these fencers have been on the team for like 15 years, and neither one of them has a country mask. That's what's bothering me. It's such plain gear. David King is explaining sabre, so I'm going to do it better. This is sabre. You hit the upper half of the body with any part of the weapon. And the person who scores if both lights go on is the person with the initiative who is going forward and trying to make something happen. And then they have one chance to hit. And if they don't use it or if they miss, then it goes to the other person. They have a chance to hit. Does Korea even have a country mask? You make a good point. I'm not sure, but I would be shocked if they don't. I'd be very surprised. I know Hungary does. I saw that from Marton. The Korean logo on the pants is pretty snazzy. That's kind of true. The color gradient is nice. But I don't like any one that's just the country name. Like Italy is boring, USA is boring, Korea is kind of boring. Yeah. Oh, go straight. Zilagi pulls his hand. I still think that was, yeah, that's O going straight and Zilagi pulling his hand back. How well can you guys hear David King here? Korea has a country mask, but it ago. You think you saw O wear it before. I don't know. There's so much shiny metal there. The old USA logo on the pants was great with the stars flying up. That was really cool. The new one is boring. Use the space, use it fun. Missing a slip from Zilagi. Oh, building his attack the same. Oh, barely in the nick of time. Pretty much all country branding is working. Now, there's some good ones. I like Israel's. I like Japan's, I think it is. Oh, got that one with probably a thousandth of a second to finish. That was really tight. You can see like Zalagi's hit almost before O has even started his swipe. You can't hear David King at all. Great. I can hear the ref say go just so I can commentate better, but you guys don't need to hear David King. Perry, oh, 9-3. This is a strong finish. I have Zilagi on my fantasy team, so this is good for me, but I did not pick O because I thought he was too old. Oh, good parry from Zilagi. You know, if everything you're going to say about Sabre, Zilagi is never going to lose his cool. He's always been professional. So if anybody's going to be able to pull a comeback off, it's somebody like him. Parry, miss. Interesting thing Zilagi did there was O went back and waited, and Zilagi went forward. It's not just, you know, making O work for his space. It's taking the space O gives you even on defense. That's a high level action on the previous touch. Did I say O was too old? I did say O was too old because he's, you know. Oh. Oof. Zilagi parry. O parry. Oh, Sang-ok is 26? What the heck? I thought he was so much older. I thought he was at least a decade older. I thought he was like 34. I guess this is his stream unavailable. Unmuted me, unmuted the video. Oh, attacks. 12-5. Kind of a shellacking. The problem is if it's not an Olympic gold, it's just not interesting for him anymore. He's won it all already so many times. No, okay. Okay, we are back. And we are off to the next 5 Michel Sicard lessons. One real quick, let me post an update in chats. Various kinds and sorts. Still can't believe Sengoku's 26. I have a typo in my description box. That's so sad. Thank you. I wish you'd have said that 2 hours ago, but you know, take what I can get. How do I get to... Okay. trying to get to the, there we go. Why is it okay. Okay, here we go. Now we can get started. Lesson number 6. Oh, and we can unmute too. I don't know if there's any sound of these. Oh, David King, lovely. What a great touch by Benjamin Stefan. Alright, we're off to épée, which is just hit him with the pointy end somewhere, and then if the light goes off, you get a point. Michel Sicard is one of the absolute top coaches of all time, and he posted a series of 26 attacks, defendant-induced attack. We did this one. I feel like we already had a defendant-induced attack video. Oh well. Anyway, an induced attack, you induce your opponents to attack. You do some kind of a threatening action or false opening, and they attack you. In this case, it's Grumier's half step forward. Sicard is coming in. Grumier is counterattacking to the top over the hand. Induce the attack, come over the top, hit the arm. The important thing here is that Grumier is not overcommitting to his initial attack. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If he's not ready, see, nothing happens. He just goes back and resets. If he's not forcing anything, he's just taking the time to do it. This is, I'm not sure, Rembi maybe? I can't see the back. Same kind of deal. Go low, draw out the attack, pop the wrist. The actions are never important. What's important is the concept that he's dealing with here. It's draw out the attack at your distance, and then don't overcommit, but be threatening, and then be ready for whatever your opponent's trying to do. And if you don't get it or they don't respond, do it reset, try again, be patient. This is good because you don't want to be using the your opponent's blade really as a guide for how far you are. You want to be using your opponent, because the blade will be changing as they come in and out. I've done one beeper lesson. It was so distracting. Every time I did an action, I was trying to listen for the beep instead of trying to see if I got it right. But you can usually feel if you hit, so. Great disengage by Grumier. Grumier, now a high-level coach himself. Gaetan Bia just made the semis in Nanjing or Buenos Aires. That's right, the women were in Nanjing. The men were in Buenos Aires. Coached by Grumier. One, two. One of the things that's really important in épée, especially more than the other two weapons, is that you always have to be ready for the next sequence. In sabre, if you plan to fail, you're going to fail. Because if you don't get your hit all the way out, the attack is so strong you have to take full advantage of it. In épée, you're very likely to miss. And so you always have to be ready for the next action. Go to the arm, but don't go too far, so you're ready for the parry or the riposte or the disengage or whatever you need. And I would see it for real though in Rembi. It was Rembi. It's the same action. It's watch that one more time because I wanted to describe it. Poke, disengage around. Drawing out Krivskaya's attack from just out of distance and then disengage counterattacking. Modern pentathlon, that's what it is. Number 7. What do we got now? Attack on the preparation. Maybe they're just sequences of 5. So we talked about an induced attack last action, which was you do something to draw out an attack from your opponent. That something you do is an example of a preparation. So this is sort of the counter to it. If your opponent is making a preparation, and you can find the timing, you hit them for it. Or possibly it's building backwards where your opponent is trying for an attack and prep and you induce it by prepping. Could go either way. So here it's, the prep is Sicard step forward, Sicard, the man in the coaching jacket, the black. And then the flush or the lunge from Gerant. But it's not every time, and it's only when Gerant is ready for it. And then Gerant is ready for the continuation, if there is one. If he's not, if you flush, you run away. It's very important that you start your attack, if you're doing an attack on prep, the moment your opponent takes a step forward. And you're smooth with it going forward. If you wait for them to finish their step, they'll be ready to deal with your action and you'll be a half tempo behind. I don't like this view. No. No GoPro on the chest, please. That's aesthetic, but not useful. It's very aesthetic though. That's great B-roll footage. Sicard's just throwing in random nonsense to make his fencers learn to deal with random nonsense. And the best way to deal with random nonsense is not to overcommit and to keep balance and be ready. I'm not sure these technical drills have much to do with the actual point of the lesson. I think they're just a bunch of variations he does as part of every lesson. One to the wrist. Miss to the foot, but he's ready because he's not overcommitting. And notice also, oh, that was really pretty. When he goes to the foot, his body is still upright. He's not leaning over and falling into it. He's just dipping lower with his hips and his knees. And that leaves him ready to do future actions going high line. Great action to the thigh. That was really good. Sicard getting an opposition in. That's not really the action because that's a parallel post. Jean's so good. That was 7. So we have 9, 10, 12. 21, 17, 8. If you're watching this on YouTube for probably the last time tonight, please join us on the Discord. Should be in the video description. I missed the attack. Mulhausen is so good. Watch my video of her. Like Mulhausen on fire. She's absolutely phenomenal, just destroying everything for like 2 tournaments in a row. It was insane. This one's about finding the time that your opponent is committed to something, or maybe on their step forward, and hitting them. In this case, it's a really fancy flick to the thigh, but if you're not that good, don't worry about it. That's such a pretty touch. I can't get over that. That's so cool. Take. And not overcommitting, keeping her body upright. It goes to the, and then she can get around again, which is harder with the French grip, really. You know, it's beat attack. It's really a beat attack is one tempo. You beat on the way in to shock the blade as you go around. Although that's really a 2-tempo action. Now that I look at it, it's 1 take, 2 down. She's just doing it smoothly. That's it. Yeah, it's disengage, go. All your actions basically have to have a prep. And the 1 tempo, 2 tempo, when it comes to actions, is about whether or not you've committed to the 2 actions at once. So it's take to draw a reaction, then 1 high. Cat Locator says she seems to be half pommeling as well. I am not a fan of the term half pommeling. Basically, all pommelers hold it with the pommel somewhere around the wrist, some a little higher, some a little lower. The idea of calling that half pommeling means that some people are holding it like all the way up here, so the pommel itself is in your palm, and nobody really does that. It's all about holding it where you're comfortable, or most people don't do that. A few of the women do. So it's all, as far as I'm concerned, it's all pommeling unless you're holding it up by the grip. And the women who do have pommel have all the blade work and all the control they need anyway. Great little touch to the wrist. I also have to admit that I'm not a fan of the term half pommeling, because the first time I heard it was a very odious fan who got into an argument with me online. But I still think it's not really a thing. There's a take again, and the lunge out. Natalie Mulhausen. Natalie Mulhausen, not only a phenomenal fencer, she is the grande dame of fencing. Organizes like the FIE Gala. I was following her on Instagram for a while. She was posting about that. She did a Sarah Besbis highlight reel. Defense. I wonder if there'll be actions here. Maybe not. Okay, so that's what it is, I think, is you make an attack, you make an attack. Let's yes again. So it seems like where we had one that was defending against an induced attack before, it was counterattack into an induced attack. And this is parry an induced attack. Or sometimes not even an induced attack, just an attack. Oh my god. That's actually really important. See if we can get a view of the tip. Yeah, okay. Nope. Balls. Hit the wrong button. Do we have better quality? No. Okay. So card's tip is here when the fencer goes to parry. Not here, here. And this is where you want it to be. If you parry here, they have lots of time to disengage. If you parry here, they are more committed to the attack, and your parry will be more likely to succeed. It will be much harder for them to disengage. And he's actually even closer than that, but I can't get a good view of the footage. Yeah, attack misses. Okay. So this is about parries, but it's also about your coach is just going to go sometime. Kase, I don't know who that is. Lead with the tip when you parry. Yeah. So that's not all induced attacks. That's also your opponent just parrying. That's fun. That's a fun action. High, low, high, boom, bam. High, low, parry, riposte. This is a different technical exercise. So this is a variation on the technical drills where the coach is initiating. The fencer has to make some kind of blade contact. Depending on how the coach responds, the fencer does something. To tie in better with the defensive drill that was all about parries. That's probably a mistake from Kase. With no 6-beat. That's so cool. High, low, high, deep. This drill is so hard. Okay, I would call that more of a coupe maybe, but he's just calling it a beat, which is fine. You can see he's going blade contact in. So, okay, so he's not doing parries, he's just doing blade contact. He's calling those beats. Philosophically speaking, the difference between a beat and a parry is that a beat is an offensive move and a parry is a defensive move. Which matters in foil and sabre. In epee, on a more practical level, a beat is about freezing your opponent's blade shortly, so they kind of like tense up when you hit them, and that gives you the opportunity to finish your attack. Gives you time to go get in close enough that they can't parry you. And a parry is about stopping their attack coming at you. Generally, you would hold a parry longer, whereas the beat is kind of just a glancing blow like that. If you're going to parry, so the actions where he's farther out is a beat. The actions where he's close, the parry comes close, is a parry. Simon Cassé. I don't know him because he's a pentathlete. I feel better about that. Attack on prep again. Must be a different variation of it. Let's see what we got. Yannick Burrell. Go. You probably can't see it, honestly. You know, straight up, I don't know, like it took me 3 tries to see it. It's the tiny little step forward that the coach is doing before Yannick goes. And, you know, maybe you watch it on slow motion later. It's a little step forward, that's the prep. That, no. That, yes. With the circle beat that he was talking, we did in the last lesson. He's not, other things to notice, same thing as before, Yannick is not taking every opportunity. He's waiting for his moment. That's a step that he doesn't do anything. That's when he goes. Even if you're good at it, if you go every time, your opponent will be able to see it coming. Search, preemptive search, which is a kind of preparation. Yannick looks for the 6, doesn't find it, waits for the blade to come back, and then goes. Disengage goes. If you have Yannick Burrell's skill level, these are openings for you. And so, as a newer fencer looking to get good, see these as openings. And then see how many bigger openings than this your opponent gives you, and straight lunge, good extension. Doesn't need to be super explosive, just smooth and fast. See, look at that. Look at this from a purely technical perspective here. I'm gonna go back like 5 seconds, good. Look at Yannick's leg here. Settings, playback speed, 7.5. Actually, yes, this one's for you. Technical stuff. Look at Yannick's leg. Straight forward. His back leg. Look how it is. It's bent. This is his on guard. His on guard. And then all it does is extend. It starts bent and it pushes. What you don't want to do is have it start bent. Come in to give you more explosive, and then go out. Because when you go in, that's when you're committed to the lunge, and that's when your opponent will respond, and that's enough time for them to parry you or get out of the way or counterattack or anything they want. That's really important. When I say go forward, I mean, you know, everything pushes you towards the opponent, even if it's less explosive. Oh, Yannick got hit. Trying for a 6 and not going back far enough. All through the action, you have to keep distance. This is what an average customs agent in France looks like. This is the training they do every day to make sure nobody's sneaking anything through security. Keep your tip up all the way through the extension if we want to hits like that. I mean, you can see it. His bell, even though his tip is down, his bell is still pointing up, even at the end. The boom of a Yannick Burrell lunge landing. 1, 2. Amazing. That's so fast. Oh my God. That's not what Sicard wanted. But Burrell is so fast he got that touch in anyway. The one who went in 6 in a round. Forgot where my camera was for a second. Got like disengaging mid lunge. That's Paolo Pizzo. Supposed to have, he has the most idiosyncratic fencing epic style of anybody. All right, that's what we got. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in the Discord, or if not, next week, Sunday. Have a good night.